Everything ready?
Yep.
Everything good?
Everything's great, Dan.
Ready to rock?
I'm Brent Smith. Let me wait. I'm Brent Smith.
And I'm Dan Glazer.
You're listening to Dan and Brent Live Forever.
I feel like we should try that again.
I think I'm going to keep whatever I want to keep in. All right.
Like that.
Well,
that
maybe.
high frequency pain in the ass.
I'm Brent Smith.
Those deep breathing noises.
Interrupting motherfucker. All right. Real quick, let me get hammered so I interrupt you.
Yeah, that was fun. I wanted to kill you.
So, welcome back to Dan and Brent Live Forever. I'm Brent Smith.
I'm Dan Glazer.
So, you probably just got done listening to last week's episode, which was a clusterfuck of a second parter.
Kind of funny, though.
Yeah, I got progressively more drunk.
Yeah, I got progressively more angry.
It worked out great, though.
Yeah, I think so. I was entertained. I don't know if anybody else liked it, but I felt like it was a good time.
So what you been up to, Dan? How was your Christmas?
Christmas was pretty low-key. Terry was out of town. Played lots of games. Got real drunk.
Went to Craig's for Christmas dinner?
Went to Craig's.
How was that? Good?
It was pretty good. I felt like I left early, but I was really, honestly, there longer than I was at Thanksgiving. I don't know, though. They were having like a big old-fashioned family Christmas, and I just kind of felt awkward when everybody started opening gifts.
And you're just standing there?
Just like, hey, all right, what'd you get? hey,
I'm going to stand back in the corner and drink some booze.
You gonna play with that?
Hey, can I open that?
I did see like 3 Switches there. Like Nintendo Switch.
Really?
Yeah.
Like 3 individual people got a Switch?
No, like they brought them over.
What?
One was an adult.
Oh, there was like, it was his whole family. It wasn't like just him and his wife and kid and stuff like that.
No, Daria's mom wasn't there. I guess she had to work or something. But his parents were there. Got to meet Craig's dad.
No way.
Gotta say, legends are true, dude.
Yeah?
I wouldn't mess with that man.
Man of many talents?
Yeah, I don't know if he's a man of many talents, but he is an old school 1950s style wall of a man.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And nice dude.
Yeah.
Very polite. Seemed to have a good sense of humor. But like, I mean, he had to be at least 6'1", maybe taller.
Just
flat
solid
top,
dude. Horn
rim style glasses.
Nice.
You know, gray hair, kind of stocky build. And I'm just like, all right. I see why there's so many stories about you. Like building things with your bare hands.
You know,
chopping down trees sideways, knife edge hand.
I was it was Christmas morning. We got done opening stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, Dan like woke up on Christmas Day alone. That's got to be a little sad.
Not really.
No,
it was the first time. That sounded even sadder.
Wait, the first time you woke up that day, and then you went back to bed. Then you woke up at noon, going, I guess I'll get out of bed.
No, Brent, the first Christmas I spent alone.
Oh,
that's what I meant.
Is it like every Christmas?
Almost.
Yeah.
It's probably my 4th one or so.
Yeah.
It's mostly just because traveling's expensive.
Understand that.
At least 3 of those 4 times I've started a new job. I can't just dip out.
Yeah, that's true. You can't be like, hey, listen, I know I just started here. I got to roll for like a week or so.
Right. And I'm pretty sure I was the only one working this week.
Oh, I showed up the day after Christmas, and it was me, Ron, and Prad were the only ones who showed up.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone else called out. And then he ended up sending Ron home because he's like, nowhere's open. Can't get anywhere. The only stuff we have, we need like 3 or 4 people for. So.
Wow. Yeah, I think I was supposed to be off the day after Christmas, but it was moved towards Friday. I thought I got, screwed over somehow. I was going over the handbook. I was like, wait a minute, day after Christmas. I worked that day. But I realized that I didn't work the Friday before. How about you, man? How was your Christmas?
It was great, man.
Yeah?
I got a new backpack for hiking.
For real?
I've got
Is that why you're all excited about the fucking cemetery?
Oh, I'm so excited, Dan. Mm-hmm. We are going. If you don't go, I will go.
No, I'll go.
I'm gonna try.
I have to.
I'm trying to get a few more people to go with us, just because.
We gotta make this shit travel ready. Gotta get some lav mics or something.
I think if we just pack everything up nice and neat.
You think?
Yeah. Put those mics in the bags. Put that.
We're just gonna walk around, hold them in our hands.
No, we're not gonna record while we're hiking.
Oh yeah, while we're sitting there.
Yeah, like at the end of the day when we camp.
Are we allowed to make a fire?
Yeah.
Okay, then I can.
Yeah, we can have a fire. So
some of those places don't allow it, right?
Yeah, but this is Smoky Mountain. We can make a fire. So it's like a 6-mile hike.
Dude. Okay, when do you want to do this? Because I'm gonna have to get in shape for it.
Like 3 weeks.
Ooh. How about 4?
I don't know. I haven't really set a permanent date. I just want to do it before it gets. I want to do it before it gets hot. I was thinking early February.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay, I can do that.
Just before it gets hot. That way the ticks and bugs and all that don't start up. It's gonna be in the mountains, so it's gonna be fucking cold.
See, I can do cold.
Yeah.
I can do cold.
Layer it up. So basically,
what do you do about the cold and sweating? It's one of the reasons I didn't like hunting in Indiana because, you know, obviously you have to get up at 4 in the freaking morning to do anything. Plus it's, 20 below before the sun rises.
You dress in layers.
But you get that like cold sweat thing going on because, I mean, you're obviously working to tromp through a freaking cornfield.
Get dress in layers, and your base layer, make sure it's like a quick dry.
Yeah.
And that way it disperses that sweat so you don't like get soaked.
You get soaked and you get more cold.
But that's why you wear layers, so you can take a couple layers off, stuff in your pack, and find the right temperature you want to be at.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really not well equipped for that sort of trip.
Yeah, it's cool. I got a couple extra backpacks and stuff. I think I can carry most stuff in my backpack. So if you just carry a small bag with like your sleeping bag and clothes, I think everything else I can fit in my backpack.
How much of camping for you is the stuff, the inventory, the gadgets and acquiring things? Like, this will be cool for doing this.
I like to go lightweight, so I like to carry as little as I can.
See, I could see myself getting into like, well, I need this for camping because it's a tent that I can drive a spike into any tree and then instantly it's a tent.
Yeah, see, I usually sleep in a hammock.
That's also brilliant.
Because it's super lightweight.
Fewer snakes.
Don't have to worry about stuff crawling on you.
As much.
I mean, you still got mosquitoes and stuff like that when it's hot out. But the only problem with that is it gets really cold on your bottom side because the wind blows underneath you instead of laying on the ground.
Yeah, good point.
But I've straight up just put a tarp at an angle and piled up pine straw and slept on that before.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, in a sleeping bag, but...
Considering your fear of spiders, I cannot believe how much you're cool with that.
I totally just block it out like they don't exist.
Nope, not going to think about it.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. And here's the problem. You do not hike at night because when you're walking and you're shining your light, you see all these little dots and you're like...
Oh, the eyes.
It's spider eyes. All of them. They're all spider eyes. And they're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere.
I've never seen a bunch of spider eyes, dude.
Oh, you're walking, you're like, that's dew. And it's like... Wait, nothing is wet. That's not dew. That's not dew. It's all spider eyes.
Wow. Maybe you're just tripping out.
No. We'll go on a night hike.
Spider eyes shine at you.
Yeah, they
like
shine back.
Like a predator's eyes.
Yeah, they do. You've never seen that?
No.
Yeah, they glitter.
I've been under lots of houses in the woods at night. Nothing.
Yeah, they like glint back at you like a greenish...
You might have like some kind of special vision.
I got a spider sense, but I'm terrified of it.
I sense that I hate them.
This is the worst superpower ever. But so anyways, the campsite's like maybe from my truck to the trees in your back away from a graveyard. And then there's another one like maybe a quarter mile down.
Plenty of room for us to hop a fence somewhere?
Well, this is like an 1800s graveyard where all the stones are unreadable.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what's awesome about it. And they actually still do this thing called like I think it's called Decoration Day or something, when the families of the people who are supposedly buried there come out there and decorate the
flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But that's like later on. That's like in May.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Because that'd be kind of awesome to like camp there like the night after that day. I mean, if you're going to stir up some spirits,
that'll be when, right?
I would rather it be after Celebration Day or Decoration Day, whatever you called it.
Yeah, I think it's Decoration. I can't remember. But anyways, there's an old legend the Cherokee Indians had of the area about Spearfinger, basically this lady with the long bony fingers, and she would cut out children's livers and eat them as delicacies.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Spearfinger. That sounds like something else. Anyway, this is the last year. This is the last day of last year. I mean, this isn't going to come out.
Nope. Yeah, we're recording this the last day of last year. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
31st?
And you're listening to this on the second day of next year. What?
It's not that weird.
No. Are we waiting for that plane to go by?
I was until you talked.
Okay.
I don't know why I bother you. You're not going to take it out anyway.
I do. I take out what I can.
I do more than you think, Dan. So we were talking about topics to do for
The new
not
year.
only this episode, but the next year.
I'm going to try to angle this ship in the right direction for 2018.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know either. We're trying to catch the winds of fortune.
Whoa. Like the winds that knocked over my drink earlier?
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. So before we started recording, Dan's entire bourbon and ginger got knocked on the ground.
By the wind.
And Dan thinks it was me, but it wasn't. Swear to God, it was the wind.
Dan,
He's like, hey.
the wind knocked over your drink. I mean, anybody feel free to raise your hand if the wind has knocked over your drink. Ever.
If it was next to a window with a curtain that could easily wrap around said drink and then continue to pull it down.
Fair enough. Still seems a little unlikely.
It does.
But it was a huge pain in the ass.
It was. So
Anyway.
we think
Fucking magic.
Yeah, 2018 is going to be a magical year, so why not celebrate it with magical episodes?
What do you mean by that?
We're going to cover all things magical in the year 2018.
I have a feeling I'm going to get tired of that and want to do a conspiracy at some point, but I think I think overall theme is probably going to be magical of some kind.
I mean, what about the conspiracy that magicians are real?
Okay, fair enough. Or that leprechauns are real.
Yeah, I mean,
skinwalkers.
Magic covers so much stuff.
It really does.
From like Native American like totems and totems.
Good story.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean. Like, it kind of encompasses witchcraft.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that
Spells
kind of slips into lots of other things.
Yeah, I think if we focus around magic, I think we can easily squeeze out 52 magical episodes.
Yeah, because I mean that kind of slides into mythology and
absolutely
legend and just straight up storybook fairy tale.
Yeah, anything that contains spells, potions, witches, magic.
Oh yeah, that's one I didn't put on the list.
Mythical creatures, magical creatures,
genies.
I love a djinn story.
Yeah. See, I can tell you do because you called him a djinn. You like corrected me like, well, it's actually a djinn.
It's actually djinn, Dan. No, but I love a genie. It used to be my favorite horror.
I dream of genie.
My favorite horror series was Wishmaster.
I just branded you. Went for the obvious one.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, we figured we'd start off with everyone's favorite magical creature, dragons. All right, I'm definitely cutting that out. That was horrible.
That was good. Did you ever hear that show? What's that show that what's his face listens to? Where they always say red dragons? I don't know.
What?
There's some talk show guy that like his catchphrase is red dragons. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I don't know what you're talking about. Red dragons, like that's just what?
As a catchphrase. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, well, how does it a catch? Like he's like, all right, red dragons.
Kind of, yeah. Like people will call into the show and be like, red dragons. And he'll be like, yeah, red dragons. What's up, man?
Oh, okay. I don't know who you're talking about or what that is.
I'll have to ask my friend what show that was because he listens to it all the time.
Well, when you think of dragons, I got real quick. I got notes today.
Oh, shit.
So we're going to go through a dragon checklist real quick because there's some differences between things that are dragons and things that aren't dragons. Right? But some people would call them dragons, although they are not dragons. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
First one. How many legs does dragon have? 2, 4, or 0?
Personally, I think 4.
You think 4?
Uh-huh.
And something with 2 legs would be called a wyvern, right?
Wyvern?
Wyvern? I don't know how you pronounce it.
I always thought it was wyvern.
Or worm? W-U-R-M?
Oh, like what is it? Welsh? Like
the
Welsh language or it's either Welsh or Finnish or something where they have the W, but it's not really W.
Yeah. But those are usually 2-legged, right?
I think they're supposed to be.
And then you have the no-legged dragons, which are like Chinese dragons, snake-like.
Yeah.
But those are still technically dragons, right? They're not called something different.
No, they're dragons.
There are dragons. And then you have the dragons with just the 2 front legs.
See, I'm not familiar with those.
See, that's all like Japanese, Chinese dragons. And it's really weird that dragons, I mean, every culture has...
Yeah, some sort of giant lizard.
And is it because they find the bones of dinosaurs and they're like, this must be a dragon?
Or the cultures that have been around for thousands of years might have still had a couple dinosaurs rolling around?
Some sort of dinosaur.
Everybody that I've said that to that, has an education thinks I'm insane for saying that. But a lot of stuff happens that we don't know about all the time. All the time.
All the time.
History is barely recorded.
We find new shit all the time. We're like...
All the time.
Oh, we didn't know they were still alive.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, once we find one, it's like, oh, we're finding them all the time now. Because we know where to look.
For us to be inspired to do a podcast about the unknown post-internet...
There has to be a lot of unknown. There's
a lot of shit out there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we know everything pretty much all the time. Terry and I were talking about that last night. What the fuck were we doing before smartphones, man?
We were just going by the words of our friends, who were mostly likely lying to us.
Yeah. And
you remember in elementary school, like when some kid would be like, "Oh, I beat this game," and you're like, "Wow, man, he must be really good." And then you're like, "There's no way he fucking beat Battletoads."
Oh, nobody beats Battletoads, dude.
I got pretty fucking close.
Did you?
I got past the little jet ski stage or whatever.
Nobody gets past the jet ski stage,
I got
bro.
Fucking past the jet ski
Maybe
stage.
like for a second.
Oh, I had like 1 life left.
Yeah, you got to like see it.
And then you're on like this giant spaceship, and then I died.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. They mailed me like this certificate up on my wall.
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of bullshit that you would tell your friends in elementary school.
Which is funny.
Like, cool.
The funny
and then
thing
you go
about
over
it,
their house and they can't even like turn it on.
Well, the funny thing about it is originally that's what this whole podcast is going to be about.
Kinda, yeah.
And now it's like, now we're searching for the truth, man. Not really searching for the truth, but...
Do you think we were just too far removed from that life?
I think so.
That we couldn't really wrap our heads around going back to it?
Yeah, like, I can look up and tell you if you're lying or not. Like, it's that easy. Give me 3 seconds. But, anyways, dragons.
Right.
Scales.
Way to bring it back.
Scales.
Yes, scales.
Leathery skin.
Leathery how?
Like leathery skin, scales, fur, feathers. What do you think they have?
I would agree. Like, yeah, I don't know how it makes any sense, but leathery scales.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense? Like a fucking crocodile.
Yeah, like a crocodile. It's scales, but it's not really scale. It doesn't. You don't think of it as like overlapping scales. It's like a leathery.
It would feel like a warm leather coat.
Yes, really thick, warm leather coat.
That can kill you.
So Chinese dragons, Japanese dragons, Asian dragons. Let's just say Asian dragons. Furry.
Why say Asian dragons? There's Chinese and Japanese dragons.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying the legless dragons usually have fur or feathers.
Dude,
yeah,
true.
And horns.
And horns. Did you? I didn't really look into it, but did you look into like Quetzalcoatl at all?
Mm-mm.
Wasn't he supposed to be a dragon?
What is that? I don't
Quetzalcoatl is the Aztec god.
No.
Wasn't he like a big feathery dragon?
Possibly. I don't know. I don't.
Anyway, personally, I've got no problem with Chinese and Japanese dragons. Which, by the way, I think Chinese dragons started with 4 legs.
4 small legs.
Yeah, and then they like adopted the Japanese dragon.
Yeah. Which is, I think, why some have 2 legs and some have absolutely no legs.
But anyway, I've got no problem with those, but those dragons are bullshit. They fly.
Are they?
But they, like, swim through the air.
Yeah.
You know, like a sea serpent, but in the sky. Where's their fucking wings, man?
I'm going to tell you right now.
They just fly with magic?
I'm going to tell you right now, those are the only dragons I have proof are real.
You have proof, huh?
Yeah, we're going to get to that here in just a minute, so just hang on tight. Bitch. Let's get through this list.
I'm going to hang on tight.
Breathe fire?
Yes. I would say traditionally, yes.
Traditionally, yes. Fire, breath.
Yeah.
Everything's on fire. Run! All right. Obviously, they can fly. Now, there are another type of wyvern or worm or whatever you call it that are flightless dragons. Drakes. That's the word.
Oh, is that what a drake is?
That's what a drake is.
Oh, okay.
Now, the wings of a dragon. Bat-like?
Bat-like, leathery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like giant leather sails.
So I'm going to go into real life dragons because they exist.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
But before I do that, I have this one
My parents
page.
sent me to Dragon Camp that one year.
I have this one note I have written down because while researching dragons, you come across videos and pictures of other mythological and real creatures. And if you could just read that out loud for me.
I appreciate you not talking to me about Dragon Camp because it was pretty dramatic.
Did you really go to Dragon Camp?
Yeah, I mean, they gave us our own eggs and then we had to raise them. And these older kids stepped on mine and I never got to raise mine. So, anyway, what were you talking about? Fuck sea spiders.
Fuck sea spiders, Dan. Do you know what a fucking sea spider is?
Crap.
No. On your free time, look up fucking sea spiders and then never sleep.
That sounds terrifying. That was a Canadian joke. He was like, sometimes I don't know what I'm going to do up here, so I make notes in my book that just says, crabs are basically giant spiders. Good luck, buddy.
So, real life dragons, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you think dragons are real? Or were at some point real?
I want to, but no.
No.
I mean, there's probably times in my life I did think they were.
Okay.
But not anymore.
There is a video I have to get you to look at.
Okay.
I'm gonna. If you
Have
just
you written it down?
Huh?
Have you written it down? Can you set up a link, or how'd you find it so people can find it themselves? Because you know this is auditory only. It's real cool to talk about videos.
You just have to watch this video because while looking through videos, I found several ones that's like,
All right, we'll pause it and we'll watch this fucking video. Or maybe we should do it live so you can get my reaction.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it live. I'm gonna hand you my phone. You're gonna hit play.
Okay.
And now, before you watch this video, I'm gonna let you know this is a real creature that you're seeing.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me what it is. This was found in a cave in China, by the way.
Cave in China.
Hit play. It's 13 seconds long. Be real quick. Kind of explain what you're seeing.
That's a motherfucking dragon, dude.
Just wait.
It's a long, white, snake-like creature with 2 little arms. Do you see him pulling himself along the rock?
Yeah.
And 2 little legs. That looks like a baby dragon, dude.
Tell me that didn't look like a baby fucking Chinese dragon.
Dude, I can't stop watching it.
Yeah.
It looks like a baby dragon.
That is
the little thing where he moves and puts his arm up.
Yeah. At first I was like, well, it's obviously CGI. That is not CGI, my friend. That is a real animal called an olm.
A what?
Olm. O-L-M.
O-L-M.
It's found in Asia. It's actually a ancient species of blind salamander.
Huh.
They live up to 100+ years old.
Whoa. I guess that makes sense.
They can live up to 10 years without
Yeah, cave
eating.
salamander. Yeah.
10 years without eating.
That's insane. That's
They
some
have
serious adaptation.
completely no eyes. Their skin is all white and translucent.
Right.
So basically people would find those and think, oh, these are baby water dragons, because that's exactly what they fucking look like.
Yeah.
I can't find a picture or a video of a full-grown one.
Maybe that is a full-grown one.
Dude, they live over 100 years old.
Wonder where they go.
I don't know, man. It's just
if they're blind.
But they have super other senses, apparently.
Yeah, like fish.
Yeah. I don't think fish are blind, Dan.
No, but they sense vibration.
Them good vibrations. Anyways,
I need a theremin. Is what I need. Yeah.
I've always wanted one, man.
Who doesn't?
Anyways, to me, that's a real dragon. That's what, I mean, obviously, you have other real dragons, Komodo dragons, bearded dragons.
Yeah.
Those are just lizards. Let's be real.
Sure. That's as close as anything I've seen to being what anybody would construe as a dragon, other than a fucking dinosaur.
Now, there is a bird that looks like a dragon as well. This bird's called a nightjar.
That's a weird name.
It's found in India. And
I feel like I want to change my gamer tag to that.
Actually, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't India. Maybe I'm thinking something else. But anyways.
Nightjar?
They can open their mouths like almost 180 degrees, and they're really wide mouth. Their beaks kind of blend in with their feathers, so it looks like just a mouth, not a beak.
That sounds terrifying.
Their feathers look like scales.
Weird.
It's a crazy looking bird. It looks like a fucking dragon. And guess what? At night, their eyes reflect back red. Just to add that little cherry on the top.
Weird. Why is that strange?
Why is what strange?
That they reflect red.
No, it's just because dragons and red eyes. I don't know. I'm sure most predators have yellow or red.
That's true. Yeah, red. Yeah, red reflects.
Except for dogs, which are technically predators, right?
I really don't know any of those things.
Dogs. Well, my dogs have like a greenish reflection. Tell me that's not the scariest thing in the world when you see your cat out the corner of your eye and his eyes are reflecting back at you.
Oh shit!
And you're like, fucking devil cat.
Or just outside.
Yeah.
Outside with a flashlight.
What the? Ah!
Yeah, and especially if it's like, it's almost always a dog, because dogs are the only thing that's friendly enough, or a cat maybe.
Raccoon maybe if it's in a tree.
I mean, sometimes a raccoon. Oh man, I just had a traumatic thought.
What'd you have a traumatic thought about?
We were just talking about night animals, and I drove past a possum that had clearly just been hit, but not dead. It was terrifying.
I ran over a whole family of raccoons one time.
What?
Yeah.
Whole family?
Whole family.
What?
Like a mama. Like there was a mom and 4 babies crossing the road, and I hit mama and one other baby.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I cry at night.
Did you get out and look?
No. I was doing like 60. All I saw was mama like scratching at her neck upside down on the road.
Oh, you
Totally
caught
dead.
a piece of it in your brain? You can't get rid of it, can you?
No. Yeah, it's dead.
The kicking?
Yeah. Poor baby raccoons probably didn't survive.
Oh, shit. Hey, circle of life, dude.
Circle of life, man. Hey,
you just
guess what?
fed some fox somewhere.
Guess what those 3 other babies aren't going to do if they live? Not cross the road at night. Fuckers.
Where do you want to go? Over to the McDonald's. Fuck you, Carl.
Carl, you see it's 2 a.m., right?
You son
Hell
of a
no.
bitch.
Bar's just letting out. I ain't going nowhere.
No.
Oh, man. So I saw some other, obviously fake stuff. Like, oh, look, here's a dragon landing on a cell phone tower. And, I mean, it's just obviously fake.
Yeah, you can't look at anything on there.
And then
I'm surprised you found that.
Yeah, but I saw that and I was like, that doesn't look like CGI. But there's another video of a guy holding one of those night jars.
Night jar.
And he's like holding it, so all you see is its head. And so it's like opening its mouth and looks like it's screaming. It's all in Mexican. You can't understand what they're saying.
Do you have a picture handy?
I mean, I'm sure you could look up Mexican night jar.
It's it's that joke again. What's his name? Al Madrigal.
What?
He says, I think he's Mexican American or half. And he was like, why is it that just that word makes everything sound more terrifying? He's like, yeah, my kids are going to go down to the candy store. The Mexican candy store. Was it the Mexican night jar?
Anyways.
Night jar.
Yep.
Just like it sounds?
One word. Mm-hmm.
Huh. Blue-colored night jar. He's kind of adorable, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, no. They look adorable when they're not. But look, this is their mouth open.
Yeah, it's still not that scary.
I know, but see how it's very dragon-like?
Not really. It looks like a bird. I'm gonna call bullshit on this one, buddy.
Yeah, that one. That's not a dragon mouth. If it was bigger.
I mean, they can open their mouth up pretty big. It looks kind of like a snake.
And see what I mean with the red eyes and the scaly-looking skin?
That's stupid.
Yeah, I know.
You went too far down the rabbit hole.
I did. Maybe I did, okay?
I mean, it looks like a fucking tufted titmouse.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's a bird.
A tufted titmouse?
Yeah.
Mouth? Titmouth.
Mouse.
Tongue-tied. That was a tongue twister.
Oh, you just looked at me sideways.
I'm sorry I only found
like
one real dragon, Dan.
Dude asking me out. You're like,
What? I'm sorry I only found one real dragon, Dan.
Just one.
That's a pretty fucking amazing video, though, right?
It's good.
Just look up Chinese cave dragon, and it's the first video.
Is that how you found it?
Yeah.
Chinese cave dragon?
Well, I found it by, like, 5 real videos of dragons being seen, blah, blah, blah. And then that was the first one. It wasn't even number 1. Number 1, 2, and 3 were all obviously fake. Like, one was a dragon flying through a storm. You only see it for a second.
Just the tail end, caught by jet fighter pilots. It's always those jet fighter pilots, man. They see everything.
Yeah, sure.
What about here be dragons? That's not proof that there existence of dragons. Cartographers, map makers. Here be dragons. No, that's just like we're not fucking going over there because there's dragons.
As far as dragons and well, let's go to dragon stories.
Okay.
The reason dragon stories,
like myths or legends?
Yeah. Basically, most of the time, dragon stories were allegory tales about something that shouldn't be talked about openly. So, the dragon's terrorizing the land and has this princess locked up, when really they're mean, listen, this king's being a dick, he's ruining everything in the city, he's got a hot daughter. But they couldn't say that because they would be murdered.
Right, so you make it like a little fairy tale.
Yes.
A little bullshit action. So almost more satire.
Allegory. I don't know what those words mean.
Well, I mean, I guess it could be an allegory. An allegory is when it's sort of like a fable. You're teaching a lesson.
Yeah. Okay.
A parody is where you copy something exactly, but you change it.
Yeah.
And satire is when you make up something fictional that is
about something real.
Okay.
Why are there so many words for pretty much the same thing?
Because they're different.
But they're pretty much the same thing.
It's a joke.
Yeah. Just say, hey, this thing. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a joke.
I'm not good with language.
Words and talking.
So, what'd you find out about dragons, Dan? Did you find anything super interesting?
No, you did way more than I did. I was just going to talk about the dragons I know about.
Well, we can talk about dragons we know about. Literature dragons?
Well, I mean, where do you feel like dragons started?
I always go England.
Me too.
I think everyone goes England, but then you forget about the Chinese and Japanese. Dragons. And those have to be way before England dragon. Well,
it's got to be those three, right?
I mean, why African dragons?
Are there?
There has to be. I didn't even think about it. There has to be African dragons.
Are there
right?
Australian dragons? I mean, they have an animal named dragon, but they don't. Or wait, don't they?
Komodo?
Are Komodo dragons Australian?
I don't think they're Australian. I think they're
Asian?
Yeah.
Is that just because it sounds like I'm saying kimono?
Right next to kimono dragons.
The kimono dragon.
The fancy dressed ones. But yet comfortable.
Like Steven Seagal. So he's wearing a fucking gi. Like he's a martial arts
Speaking of Steven Seagal, have you watched the Van Damme Johnson?
No.
Did I tell you about that?
Uh-uh.
Dude, there is I think it's Amazon Prime TV show series called Van Damme Johnson.
Van Damme Johnson.
Or Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
What?
Or something like that. Jean-Claude Johnson. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Something confusing and hilarious.
And the whole thing is like, the whole time he was a movie actor, he wasn't really a movie actor. He was a spy. And so he was doing all these undercover operatives, but while filming movies. So now he's like out of the game and he tries to get back into this secret whatever spy stuff. And like he's so out of shape, like he goes to do a split and he stops like halfway and he's like, oh shit, and he like gets hit and shit.
Are you serious?
It's fucking great.
Awesome.
Oh, you have to watch it. It's amazing.
I never went back and watched that series about him being a cop.
Oh, I almost said Stallone.
That Segura talks about.
Yeah.
Been a cop for the last 10 years.
I'm the king of improv.
They called us
if I don't say
a skippy. Skip.
Oh, man. He is our ambassador to Russia.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Yeah, well, I mean, look who we have as ambassador to North Korea.
Dennis Rodman?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Because dictators are so full of themselves.
They're just like, yeah, send your silliest bastard you've got.
Yeah. This guy's great. He's funny.
He has purple hair and shit.
I can't wait to see who takes Bert Kreischer as their ambassador.
Other than Tito's?
Bert Kreischer, the American ambassador.
He'd probably do really well, actually. He seems like a pretty likable dude.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. All those people they're likable people.
Yeah.
That's why they're famous.
They're famous in comics. Anyway, yeah, that's where I feel like it starts. I mean, for me personally, where did I first see dragons?
I mean, you think medieval times, you think knights in armor fighting dragons to save princesses.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a couple questions about that. Why do dragons keep taking princesses and pretty women? And
see, I can't think of a story where a dragon takes a princess.
I know, but it's like, it's what you think of when you think of dragons, though, right?
Yeah. I did read, I read a lot of fairy tales as a kid, and it was usually like the the dude had to go slay the dragon in order to
Win the princess.
Yeah. I don't see a lot of dragons taking people.
Well, dragons keep hoards of gold. That's a thing they do,
That
right?
one also seems weird to me.
Yeah.
What are you doing with that gold, dude?
I think it's more of if you slayed the dragon, you would get all the women in gold.
Shiny things?
Maybe, man. I mean, there are birds and there are animals that do that.
No, I always get the impression from Smaug in Lord of the Rings, in The Hobbit specifically, that he was doing it to fuck with people.
Yes. As far as Lord of the Rings, I feel like he was like, yeah, this is mine now. Good luck coming and taking it.
Yeah, I feel like he only wanted the gold because he knew men wanted it so much. And it made him happy that they wanted to try and get it from him.
Well, I believe in as far as like D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, I believe some dragons eat gold.
For real?
And there's a chemical process from the gold they eat with what's in their stomach, and that's how they breathe fire.
That would be the red dragon.
Huh?
The red dragons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's something, I can't remember what it was, but there's something like
I think you're right.
In real
There is
life,
something
there's
they
something
have
you can
to,
mix gold with to create fire. There's like a real thing that you can mix.
That's alchemy.
Yeah.
And I don't want to practice in this house. If you're
Too
an alchemist,
late.
get the fuck out.
Too late, Dan. Yeah, so that's just what I think there's something gold can actually mix with to create a fire. I can't recall off the top of my head, but supposedly that's what the dragons produce half of it, but they had to eat the gold to get the other half to produce the fire.
Sulfur. Fire and brimstone. Anyway, so in England, the story that I always think of is St. George and the Dragon.
Yep.
Pretty.
That's the biblical dragon story, right?
Why would there be a biblical dragon story?
There is a biblical dragon story.
Which one? Bahamut?
I honestly don't remember now.
I don't either, man.
I didn't research it, but I just remember seeing something about
No,
biblical
there's
dragon
just
story.
a fable from England that, some dude killed the last dragon in the world. And his name was St. George.
Why would he do that?
Right?
This was before conservation, obviously, right?
Man, speaking of The Hobbit, and I don't even know if it's in the book or if it was just the cartoon. Did you ever see the cartoon, the animated one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to love that growing up.
So you remember how the ranger, the Dunedain dude, someone tells someone that there's like a chink in his armor, like that he's missing a scale.
Yeah.
Did you not think that was kind of bullshit?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, really?
Like, how'd that scale go missing?
Not only that, how are you going to hit it with an arrow? Impossible.
No, because Bard is the best shot around.
That was his name?
Bard, yeah.
That's a stupid name.
Yeah, he wasn't a bard, which is even worse.
Yeah, the ranger named Bard.
Yeah, exactly.
And the elephant named Giraffe.
The warrior named Mage.
Stupid.
But yeah, no, he was...
These guys don't even play
he was just
D&D.
like, he was the number one... You don't know how badly I want to play D&D. Like, so badly. I would love to get a group of people together and roll some dice.
I think it'd be fun. I don't have the time. And I don't think anybody else does. I think most people are scared.
Oh, most people are scared of having that as like, the D&D player.
Yeah, like...
Play Dungeons & Dragons, fucking dork.
Yeah, like it's like going to be a stain on the record.
Yeah.
Like that time
I
they
don't care.
fucked a chicken or something.
I played Magic the Gathering in middle school.
There was that one time I fucked a chicken. It's not that bad. It's just...
Wait, what?
Some
Hold
peop-
up. It's bad to fuck a chicken.
Yeah, that is. I'm saying, like, that's how people... Damn it. I'm saying that's how people treat it. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be some, like, horrible mark on their record. Like, I can't be seen or heard. Nobody needs to know about this.
Even though right now nerd culture is like the number one, it's cool to be a nerd right now.
Not that kind of nerd. For
Yes,
some reason.
even that kind of nerd.
D&D? Mm-mm.
It's still in the coolness area.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty old.
As long as Hardwick does it, it's cool to do.
I'm pretty old, so I don't really know.
Have you ever played D&D?
Like legit pen and paper? No.
Have you ever read any of the books or?
Yeah.
I wanted to play D&D so bad that I used to buy all the player's hand guide, the GM book, Dungeon Master book, all that shit, and I never got to play with anyone. And so I just had this big collection of books that I would just read the rules over and over.
I wanted them so badly.
Yeah, right?
I wanted them so badly.
Why does everyone want to do it, but everyone's afraid to?
I ended up getting a large number of them through interlibrary loan.
Mm-hmm.
Old school. Like, my hometown library was like, yeah, we don't have any of that, but we have interlibrary loan. I'm like, what is this wizardry? And they're like, we can get things that other libraries have, and you can check them out. And so I had to do this kind of on the down low because my parents thought D&D was witchcraft.
Oh, they were one of those parents.
Yeah.
They watched the Tom Hanks movie.
I don't know what they watched or heard.
You know there's a Tom Hanks movie about playing Dungeons & Dragons that, like...
Oh, yeah.
It's like a TV movie.
What was it called?
I can't remember. I watched part of it, and I was like, I just can't even watch this.
Terry said it's really good. Hang on a sec.
Mazes and Monsters.
Mazes and Monsters. Thanks, Terry.
Appreciate it. So, yeah. Yeah, because they couldn't use the Dungeons & Dragons name because they were basically
Mazes and Monsters. That's
calling
funny.
it a satanic ritual type thing that made him go crazy. And
yeah, I thought it was super fascinating.
you know what's great? No, I want to play it so bad. It's because it's like the ultimate video game.
Yeah.
Because you're using your imagination. You can make so much better than like going, oh, I wish Bethesda would have done this. It's like, oh no, you can just do that because it's in your mind, and you kind of make up the rules as you go.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started playing games on the Commodore 64, some of the best text-based games or, very basic graphic games were RPGs because, they didn't necessarily need to have a lot of things going on screen.
No, it's just like describes your surroundings, and you can go east, west, south,
Yeah, like the old school, like Bard's Tale and Might and Magic on the Commodore 64. I mean, with all 7 discs that took 40 minutes to load. I'm not kidding.
All 2 megabytes.
Yeah, less than that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, the Commodore 64, isn't that 64K?
Yeah.
K.
Well, that's not the size, it's the processing power.
No, that's the RAM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the total disk might have been 2 megabytes.
I don't know that a fucking sentence fits in 64K.
Well, it's what? 6 bits per character? Something like that.
It's 8 bits in a byte.
Yeah, but it's like 4 6
Or 8
bits
bytes in a
per
bit.
character.
8 bytes in a bit.
16 bits in a...
64K. I don't know the math.
Well, it goes bits, bytes, megabytes. After that, it goes by tens. Or hundreds, I'm sorry.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, so that would be...
1,000 kilobytes equals a megabyte. 1,000 megabytes equals a gigabyte.
That'd be less than a tenth of a megabyte?
Yeah.
Damn. That's ridiculous, dude. Anyway, so that's what was so intriguing about the D&D stuff, because it was so much more information.
Yeah, and you get to imagine it in your head instead of looking at the screen and going, well, that's a shitty render of a dragon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the stories were still pretty good.
Well, I think that's what's missing out of video games today is story.
Yeah.
Like, that's why, they've been claiming for years that single player is dead, but it's like some of the best games are single player games.
Yeah, dude. Skyrim.
Yeah.
Shake your face.
You know why Skyrim's so great? Because you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Limited.
But it gives you that adventure style.
Exploration. Go whatever direction you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's great about D&D. It's like that, but also you can be anything you want. And as long as the GM's good with it, you can do anything you want.
Did you get into any of the books?
I've tried to read some of the Dragonlance stuff.
Any of the TSR stuff, like Forgotten Realms?
Forgotten Realms. That's the one I tried to read. Is it Drizzle?
Drizzle? For Drizzle?
There's a particular one that's like, it's about this dark elf. His name's Drizzle. And it's like one of their most popular series. I can't remember what it is. It's one of like Dragonlance or Forgotten Realms or...
Is it about Snoop Dogg?
For shizzle. No.
Dark elf. Whatever.
But anyways, yeah. But what, you read some of those books, man?
Yeah, actually the first one was Pool of Radiance, which was also a game. That's why I got the book. Because, even being a big nerd back in those old computer days, you couldn't necessarily find those games readily. I mean, you just had to get lucky. Yeah. Like, you'd go into these dirty, dusty, smoky computer stores. You remember those?
I used to go...
With those grizzled, bearded guys that are like, hey, you want to get into this?
Dollar Tree used to sell video games.
What?
on floppy disk.
Yep.
On B floppies. I used to buy, my mom would let me go pick a game out every once in a while from there. But I do remember going to like a computer game store. And that's exactly what it was. Instance burning. Like, this dude obviously plays D&D. And
sketchy as fuck.
And I remember going in there, like looking at the games, going, "Oh man, I've heard about this game. I've heard about this game," and I don't know where I heard them about from. Besides, magazines. Like maybe magazines, yeah, which have also died out because now you got Google alerts and shit, and it just
Electronic Gaming Monthly. Used to be a Commodore one called Compute Gazette. We had a whole giant stack of those at my house for years. And they would come like a guitar magazine. They would come with like code in the magazine.
What?
Yeah. So
really?
Like, for the code for the game.
So just type all this in.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, for somebody. Why not me?
Oh, that would have been awesome for me. I used to program stuff.
It took so long. I tried to do one. I got through like a page and I was like, no.
Yeah, it's like, here's 36 pages of stuff you have to type in.
It's so long. Fuck you. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, the books.
Dragonlance.
Yeah, Dragonlance. So, because of Pool of Radiance, which was decent. And I was talking to some dude at school about it. This was like 3rd or 4th grade. And he's like, man, you should check these out. And gave me like the first trilogy for the Dragonlance series. It's like Dragons of Autumn Twilight or some shit. It's a fantastic story. I reread it about 7 years ago.
It was worth rereading?
It's cheesy, and it's definitely meant for kids, but
some of the best stories
I still read all 3 of them. And they've got, like a giant catalog. You go into any bookstore, and you're going to see like mountains of
Dragonlance stuff.
Dragonlance, Forgotten Realms. There's a bunch of like, marked, branded shit. And it's really all just D&D shit. It's just a more expanded universe for people who play D&D. Because in general, the books follow the rules. So I always liked the fact that they had a pretty in-depth dragon mythology. Everybody has just turned this off.
I don't care. No.
Brent just looked at his phone, and I was like, yep, everybody just turned this fucking podcast off.
That Drizzle dude, I was trying to see what book. It was Forgotten Realms.
What was it?
Drizzt. Drizzt.
I only read one of those.
This is one thing I have a problem with all fantasy novels and movies and games. Like, fucking, can you name your character something I can fucking pronounce by looking at his name?
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to really get into a story with a dragon named Steve?
No, I will, because if the dragon's name is Svriglerdirg, I can't fucking read that over and over.
Yeah.
Every time it takes me 3 minutes to go, Scraggle? No.
Like 20 consonants?
Yeah, like, why? No one has 4 consonants next to each other. There's no word.
Have you ever read something? And
I've read the back of books, like the summary.
That's all?
And go, I can't pronounce that name, I'm not reading this book. I've done that. Because I know it'll trip me up the entire time I read when it says Globlik Red, and I'm like, fuck this book.
Yeah, fuck this book.
That's what happens to me.
That's what happens to illiterate people.
Yeah, sorry, Dan. All right, pronounce this. CTTGK.
And then like 16 Fs.
Yeah, it's like I literally just go C. Like, if I do have to read something like that, I just take the first letter, and that's what I call them.
No, I'm with you there on like Russian literature.
Like fantasy names. It's all fantasy names, dude.
The big one for me is Russian literature.
Yeah.
Because they all have like 6 names. Like they go by more than one super complicated
Call
name.
me this in the morning. Call me this in the night.
Right.
Call me this when I wear red. Wait, what?
This is my formal name. It's my informal name that takes, 16 characters. Anyway, so what was kind of neat is they have like what they call the chromatic dragons or colored dragons.
Yeah, red dragon, green
and
dragon.
And those are generally the
elemental dragons.
They're elemental, and they're the evil dragons. So dragons in the D&D world,
are all the chromatic dragons evil?
Most of them. I mean, the white ones are typically like kind of bitches. And
I think white and gold.
Gold's not a chromatic dragon. That's a metallic dragon.
Oh yeah, good point. But yeah, because you got green, red,
blue,
black, which black's
and white, I think,
and white.
There might be yellow.
I think there's a yellow.
There is a yellow.
But yeah, they all have, usually their elemental, like yellow would be lightning, red would be fire, green would be an earth dragon.
There is one that does like poison,
I think
chlorine
green would be
gas.
poison. Yeah. So each of their breaths is that.
Which is super frightening. Chlorine gas will kill you like immediately.
Yeah, that's true.
But you wouldn't even see it coming. And then a lot of them practice magic as well.
Yeah, they have spells on top of their fire-breathing magic spell breath.
I don't know if it ever comes up in D&D, but like I can distinctly remember from those books that most evil dragons, like as soon as they arrive, cast something that they call dragon fear, where it's just like, if you're not scared of dragons, you will be. Like they cast a spell that like induces fear and you want to run like automatically. But then they also have to counteract that, and that's where the whole like Dragonlance name comes from, is there's like these heroic group of dragons that are the metallic dragons that either work with humans or are not benign, necessarily cool with the evil dragons.
Either neutral or good dragons.
Right.
Silver, gold, copper, bronze.
Yeah. Platinum.
Rainbow dragon? I'm sure there's a rainbow dragon. I guarantee there's a fucking rainbow dragon. I'm pretty sure I've read about a rainbow dragon in one of the
that's Lance.
Hey guys,
Lance the rainbow dragon.
Ooh, I like the black dragon. His wings are so big. Nope,
leaving it in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fine.
Front of the podcast.
I always thought it was cool too that they had like elemental abilities. Like, really, you have a dragon, and it's gonna just like belch lightning at me?
Yeah.
I think that's more scary than fire.
Yeah, fire's the least scary out of all of them, I think. Imagine ice. Imagine a dragon going and everything's frozen in place where it just breathed.
Yeah, I feel like most people, I mean, unless it's like a direct hit, you feel like you can run from fire.
You can put fire out.
Or you can put it out, yeah. If everything's frozen.
Chlorine gas, electricity.
You're done.
Oh, or what about
lightning bolt?
Black dragon, where everything just disintegrates because it's necro damage or whatever.
Yeah, just like farts and you die.
Dude, we're going to have to play D&D one day together.
I hope I can get through it.
Why don't you think you can get through it?
Because what I'm afraid of is that I'm going to like it too much.
Yeah, that's
and then it's going to absorb a lot of my time.
Yeah, and you'll drop video games and you'll play D&D.
Why are you so excited about this?
I love D&D. I've never played it, but I love it.
I've never played it. Not one time. But I want to so bad.
All right, well.
That's real strange to me that you haven't been able to find anybody to play that with.
No, see, here's the thing. I know where I can go to find people to play it with. Uh-huh. I'm not going there to find people to play it with.
Yeah.
I want my friends to play with me.
Same reason nobody else wants to play it.
Yeah. Like, I want to play with friends. I don't want to play with strangers, is what it is.
Do you think they'll be all condescending, like IT guys or something?
Yeah, I think they'll be like, oh my God, this guy just started playing D&D.
Oh, this fucking noob.
Yeah. And they'll be like, hey man, fuck you. I'll fucking kick your ass right here. And they'll be like, it's not a hostile game event. I don't know why I put that voice to it. Anyways.
Oh, of course you're a warrior mage. Yeah, the easiest thing to play. Yeah. Thanks a lot, warrior mage.
Actually, I think I'd be a bard.
Sounds annoying.
I would love to be a bard. I would sing in character through the whole game. It would be so much fun.
You bring like a lyre or a harpsichord.
Hang on one second. I
really get into this, dude.
Oh, man. I got a name and everything ready. Not really.
What about LARPing?
That's a step too far.
Yeah. That's too much nerd for you?
But at the same time, seems like it'd be fun.
That seems like it'd be almost more fun. Especially like you're smacking each other with like the foam clubs. And
you lose that part where it's your imagination.
Right.
Because then it's like real life and you're there and you're like, oh, I can see it's a paper mache dragon.
There were LARPers at Ball State. Just vampires.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
There's a vampire LARPing society.
So we can't go out at night. Why is that the voice of every wannabe vampire?
I don't know. Because they're all emo.
It's completely true, right?
Emo dorks.
So, like, can I drink your blood? Oh, man. So
otherwise, in books, see, I'm
Smaug from Lord, or I guess Hobbit. Now is it Smaug or Smog? Smog?
It's Smaug.
Smaug. You got to say the U, right?
Smaug.
Smaug. That's how I say it when I read it.
Smaug.
You don't say smog. It's not an O.
That's what it's supposed to be, though.
Smog?
I mean, do you not get the allegory of the whole story?
Well, yes, I understand that when Tolkien wrote the books, it was the beginning of the Industrial Age, and therefore smog was taking over his city because of the industrial. Yes, I understand the fucking concept of when he wrote the book, Dan. I've read the Silmarillion.
Silmarillion. Nobody's read that. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I started, and I'm like, this
started
is a lot like the Bible. I'm not reading it.
You got it.
Not because I don't read the Bible, just
20
because
pages.
It's John, son of Flam, son of Juzaju.
It does seem like that at the beginning. It's annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even the Bible's like that. It's to the point where it's like, I'm not going to remember 6 generations.
Yeah, I think it's what? Exodus, maybe? Or Leviticus?
Yeah, it's one of the first books.
So many begats. Stop it.
So, movies.
Movies?
Me and you were talking about this before we recorded. We both like this movie because Matthew fucking McConaughey's in it.
Oh, yeah. Rain of Fire.
Rain of Fire.
It's good shit.
It is.
And what's his name?
Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey and Batman.
Oh, Christian Bale's in it.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Yeah, he is. I forgot about that. He's the one that like doesn't know anything about it. He was the one who was the kid at the beginning.
Yeah, he like discovered them or whatever.
So at the beginning, like he's down in some hole, and like all of a sudden, dragons come flying out, kill a bunch of people, and it's like, oh wait, now it's back into the age of the dragon. Well, dragons are alive now, and they torch the whole earth, and then McConaughey's in a tank, fucking shooting down dragons with a tank.
He's like trying to catch them with nets.
Yeah, it's pretty
Nets and
badass.
helicopters.
Then he kind of like opened the neck. It's like, hey, see these 2 pouches? This pouch mixes with that pouch, and that's how they create fire.
Yeah, I think so. They had like lighter fluid, basically.
Yeah, it's basically like 2 different chemicals so it's like a chemical fire. Yeah, that was a good movie, man.
It's better than I thought. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's
great.
It's a modern age dragon movie.
It's like Dragon Apocalypse. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like, what if dragons came to life right now and we couldn't stop them?
Which
That's
makes
basically
it
what
makes
is.
sense.
Because how would we stop? I mean, if their skin is as invulnerable as
it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, ruthless.
I'm trying to think of some other modern dragon movies. I mean, you have Dragonheart, Sean Connery as the dragon.
I didn't like that movie, but it did at least remind me of like the dragons I was talking about in the stories, because like all those stupid books I read, the dragons had personalities.
Yeah.
Like whether they were evil or not, they would like
they
talk
have
to
their
you.
personality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just like Smaug.
Yeah, Smaug would talk to you.
Smaug.
Like I feel like I'm losing a chromosome when I say it like that.
Smaug.
That's the most polite way I can say it.
Oh, I'm crying a little bit.
Smaug. Every time I do it, it gets funnier.
But yeah, you know, they have I mean, they are intelligent beings, so they are going to have personalities.
Yeah,
Whereas
but like Rain of Fire, they seem like they don't.
They're just animals.
Yeah, most movies they seem like they don't.
Yeah, but I like the ones where they're. What is the? There's a movie about dragons. Oh my god.
There's a really old one that I like a lot called Dragon Slayer.
That's the one I was just thinking. That's exactly what I was just thinking. Yes, Dragon Slayer.
It's like some blonde-haired kid. I don't know if it's the same guy, but he looks like the dude from Greatest American Hero.
Yes.
He's got like curly blonde hair. And there's like some dorky chick with dark brown hair that's like into the blonde guy, and he just thinks that, you know, she's just too butch.
Yeah, and he's basically
they eventually fall in love.
Is that the one that has like he has like a I'm gonna say glaive? Is that the right word? He has like some.
Blows my mind that you said glaive and you can't think of Kroll, but no, that's a different movie.
Kroll has the glaive.
Yeah, Kroll's the glaive.
And he fights a dragon too?
No.
Dragon Slayer, he just has it. Does he cut open a dragon like from inside or something? What am I thinking of?
He cuts open some interdimensional demon guy.
Is that what it is? Okay. I haven't seen it in a really long time, so it's really...
Who has trapped the princess like inside him somehow.
Yeah, and it's like in a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it in a really long time, so...
It's really good. You should watch it again.
Oh,
but
man.
the Dragon Slayer one, yeah. They're like... For some reason, all I can remember is them like sneaking into a cave to find like dragon scales that have been shed.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing that will repel dragon fire. So he makes this like giant shield
out of dragon scales.
They like stumble upon a couple of baby dragons that are real terrifying, and so I have to kill those.
I don't remember that. But yeah, I do remember that movie. It's entertaining.
What else?
Yeah, I know. Now that I'm trying to think about it, it's hard to think about other dragon movies that were worth a shit.
Sure.
Well,
I mean, you've got Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
But
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
It took so long for the dragons to come about that once they showed up, I was just like, eh.
I'm much more interested in that Ice King guy than I am about the dragons.
Yeah, the Ice King's cool as shit.
Have you seen, like, the football meshed up with the Ice King video thing?
No.
Oh, my God. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch it. Like, he's on the football field. It looks like he's, like, playing for a team. He walks out and has a little thing on the bottom and everything, like it's on ESPN.
Oh, yeah, because he, like, throws the, like, ice lance or whatever.
Yeah.
Awesome. So they, like, put a football in his hand?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Oh, it's so good.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I can't really think of any other dragons that... I mean, you have
Pete's
Dragon.
That's stupid.
Or Puff the Magic Dragon.
Puff the Magic Dragon's pretty cool.
That is Pete's Dragon. No, that's two different
things.
things.
Pete's Dragon. That's a Disney movie, which they remade.
I haven't seen the remake.
I haven't either.
It's so...
I thought the original was kind of dumb.
From what I've seen of previews and what my daughter told me, like, Pete's Dragon, like, it's a really fucking depressing movie at the beginning. Like, this kid runs away and he's living in the woods by himself. It's like, fucking stop making depressing fucking kids movies, man.
Well, I guess I have to
No, they don't have to.
give you some kind of backstory.
No.
Instead of just like, this kid has a dragon. I mean, the original one was kind of depressing. He was kind of a piece of shit. Nobody liked him.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
He was a ginger.
Well, I mean, everyone hates gingers. I'm trying to think of other movies with dragons, though. I mean, Dragonheart had, like, 14 movies, sequels.
Yeah, something like that. Why is this so difficult? What about Maleficent? That's a pretty cool dragon.
Yeah.
Speaking of Disney movies.
Yeah, where Maleficent turns into a dragon. I haven't seen the newest one.
This is why my wife is hilarious. Maleficent is her favorite Disney villain.
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Because she turns into a dragon?
Well, that's just a bonus.
The big dark horns?
Nope. She has no motive. She's just evil. There's nothing she's trying to acquire.
Sounds like you married a psychopath.
She's just evil. Like, there's no... She wasn't slighted in any way. She just doesn't like that bitch.
Really?
Yeah. She just likes tormenting people.
Fuck Sleeping Beauty over.
Just wants to fuck people over and then turns into a dragon at the end. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess the evil queen from Snow White didn't really get slighted. It's just like, oh no, she's prettier than you, and she's like, oh fuck this, I'm gonna burn everything.
Yeah, she was just mad because she was getting old.
Yeah. So I'm gonna dress as an
Maleficent doesn't give a shit about that. She just wanted to fuck with people.
I haven't seen the remake. Is it good?
I haven't either.
Oh, I figured you watch it with your wife.
No, that looks dumb. As much as I like Charlize Theron.
So what about games?
Dude.
Dragon Age? The whole Dragon Age series?
I need to go back a little bit.
Okay.
A couple of Sega games. Dragon's pretty important.
Are you thinking of Dragon's Lair?
No, I'm thinking of, Golden Axe. One of the special abilities. Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
What's that one? Altered Beast.
Oh, yeah.
The best thing you could be. Fucking dragon. Flying around. Blasting shit. But probably my favorite dragon game, Drakengard, where you are a dragon on the PlayStation. I think it was PlayStation 1 or 2.
I don't think I ever played that.
You never played that?
No.
The whole game was you're flying around fucking burning fields and, killing things. Yeah. It was really fun.
Do you remember Dragon's Lair, like the old cartoon game?
I never played it.
But you know what I'm talking about.
I know
though,
you're
right?
playing.
Yeah, you never played it? It was so...
It's all QuickTime events, right?
Yeah, but there's no, it doesn't pop up and say hit A or hit down. Like you through
just
experience,
have to
you have to know what to do.
Correct.
It just seems like it'd be super aggravating if you had to pay a quarter every time you died.
Yeah, it was.
I think I played it a couple times and I was like, yeah, fuck this game as a kid.
Man,
fuck this.
How great were arcades, though?
I miss arcades.
I miss arcades so bad. I was just talking to my brother about that the other day. Like,
there needs to be adult arcades. Well, I guess Dave and Buster's, but that doesn't count.
Like when my parents would go Christmas shopping, there wasn't anything better than having
here's $5, go to the arcade.
Oh, on a good day, they usually wouldn't give us any money.
Oh yeah, no, it's just go hang out in the arcade and look at games.
But I mean, this is like,
see if you can find a
squirreling quarters from couches and
yeah.
countertops, washing machine.
Dude,
anywhere change ends up, we
great-
squirrel that shit for as long as we need to, and then the next trip to the mall, arcade time.
How great was it when you went to an arcade and you found a machine that already someone put money in and didn't hit start?
Oh, son of a bitch! Yeah,
dude, that's where you got like your fucking skill in on Tekken, Primal Rage. Smash TV was the funnest game.
Smash TV was pretty good.
Like, I don't know why they don't make a game like that. I guess no, they don't have a game like that. It was so fun.
I mean, just like, maybe that's where I get it. It's not as cool though. Like, my desire to play like multiplayer games online that are competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was nothing better as a child taking money from a fucking adult playing like
Tekken
like
or something
like Street Fighter 2.
Oh yeah, it's like yeah,
or Mortal Kombat. Like,
yeah, you can join in.
Yeah, go ahead, play again, but you're gonna have to pay for it. Bing, 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 bing. Beat your ass. And fatality, bitch.
Oh man,
Grown men wanted to slap me in the face. I know they did.
Yeah, fuck you, little kid.
Yeah.
Why don't you get a job, asshole? Get the fuck out of here. It's for kids.
And I was never like betting money on it, but I would fuck with them a little bit. Like, I'd let them win here and there. Like, if I had the money to do it, I'd be like,
you got me.
Oh man, you beat my ass. I'd beat them a couple times, and if they seemed angry and went back to get quarters and come back,
oh, you got me.
I would
Yeah,
let
you
them
can still
win
play.
like once or twice, act like I was pissed, and then beat them like 10 in a row.
Do you ever throw coins up and be like, listen, let's just put a quarter up here. Whoever wins takes both quarters.
I never did.
Oh,
Never
man.
did. I was taught that gambling is wrong.
Really?
But hurting people's feelings, that's totally fine, apparently.
Don't gamble. People's feelings?
Crush their dreams, Dan.
Kill them.
Yeah, that's why I'm so heartless.
Oh, man.
Games, though, aside from that,
Dragon's Age, all the Dragon's Age I like.
I only played the most recent one.
Never played Origins or the one before that.
See, I
I think that was Dragon Age 2, right?
didn't get it. Like, the newest one, like, the fact that you don't have to... It looked like initially that you have to manage your whole party.
You do. That's the
But you don't.
downside. You don't?
No. At least not on the newest one. Like, you can set them to, like, auto-do certain shit. I mean, occasionally.
Yeah. You still have to, like, upgrade their equipment
Right.
and stuff. That's the problem I have with these games like that, where it's like, you have a whole party that you have to control.
Right.
Like, most of the time, it's like, it's micromanaging to death, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I usually set them all to auto.
Yeah, it's just like, Bob, go be Bob. Fuck off.
I mean, if I'm on, like, a difficult enemy or something, I would do that.
Yeah,
I
you
never
go through
finished
them.
it, but
I didn't
I
finish it
will
either.
say that shit probably came the closest to reimagining, like, what a story would talk about, like, a bunch of characters fighting a dragon.
Yeah.
Like, there were a few times where, like, it was pretty cool. Like, you get your magic user over here, and you got your knight,
Yeah.
and your fucking dwarf hucking axes over the top of everybody. And, yeah, I mean, there's some really cool moments.
Well, that's what I like about Witcher. Do you ever play any of the Witcher games?
The Witcher is the shit, dude.
Yeah, man. It's like,
It's amazing.
oh, if I was a monster hunter, this is the badass monster hunter I would be. Like, he fights dragons. Well, I think they're wyverns. Wyverns.
I don't know.
But anyways, yeah. I mean, fights a bunch of different monsters, but I do remember fighting dragons particularly. It's just like, this is fun.
It's always the most exciting. It's
It's like you got to shoot 'em out of the
mythological
sky.
beast. In any story, any mythology, any game or movie, a dragon shows up. It's fucking go time.
Yeah, that's always the final boss.
Yeah, final boss. Unless it's the really sad one in that one Harry Potter movie that was like chained up, like guarding the vault or whatever, and they freed him at the end.
Can we-
Can
Can we do spoiler alert real quick?
What?
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Did you kill the dragon on the mountain?
Parallax?
Yeah.
Fuck no, I didn't. Terry did. Like
I did.
A heartless, you soulless bastard.
You have to kill all the dragons to end it.
No, you don't. You don't have to kill Parallax.
Yeah, you do.
Unless you just don't want to finish the game that way.
Yeah.
And I didn't, because he was my friend. He helped me out.
Yeah, kill all dragons. That was my job. I was dragon born to kill dragons.
This is just like the end of Dragonheart 2. I cried both times.
I cried myself, and I'm really upset now, Brent.
And what's fucked up is, so did you wait to the end to kill Parallax?
Yeah, I waited till the end, till after I killed the other dragon.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of acceptable.
Yeah, I waited till him to go, hey, listen, you kind of
Terry
need...
killed him fucking execution style before the end battle.
What?
Yes.
No.
She was just like, well, I have to kill all the dragons, so instead of fighting 2 dragons, I'm just going to kill them now. I'm like, what? It's dead Parallax. I'm like,
what?
You're a fucking nightmare. She was fine with it.
No, like, I let him help me, and then till the point where he was like, no, listen, you also have to kill me. I know you don't want to, but you probably should. And I was like, yeah, good point, you're a dragon. Dead.
I don't know which is more merciless. Like becoming more emotionally attached and then killing him? Or just offing him right at the beginning?
He asked me to kill him.
You almost seem worse.
He asked me to kill him.
You don't kill things that ask you to kill them.
Yes, you do.
If I ask you to kill me, are you going to kill me?
I mean, if you're a dragon, in order to kill you, in order to stop all dragons from now on. Like,
I guess.
Okay, well, if you find a rabbit in the back with a broken leg and he's like twitching and you know he's going to die, do you just break his neck or do you let him twitch out and get eaten by a snake?
If I have the ability to kill him, I'll kill him.
Right? That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you got to kill things you love.
There was nothing wrong with Parallax. He was your buddy.
I imagined him with a broken wing.
It's fucked up. Did you ever play Fable?
Yes.
Yeah. How long did it take you to go evil?
I don't like that question.
How long?
I went good. I go good in most games just because it's the harder choice.
It seems like the harder choice.
Yeah.
But you usually end up with like more experience points or the bonuses are better.
Yes. I go good until I get bored with it and I'm like, kill everything.
Yeah, the first Fable, I had started like, cheating people a little bit.
I wish they would come up with another
stealing.
Fable.
I think the first and second one were fantastic. The third one sucked. But in the first one, I just started doing like little stuff that was evil.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to steal a little coin here.
I wish I had like some sort of video of it. But it just so happened that like I punched a kid. Right as like my eyes turned red and I went full evil. Like I'd already become a little evil. But like I was like, I wonder what happens when I do this. I was like, bam.
That's getting
evil.
taken out of context. So I punched a kid.
I punched a kid in the game.
Oh, man.
That's where it's the most fun, though. Is you can, like, do the shit. Did you ever do the expansion for Skyrim where you can fly the dragons? I never did.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
Yes, there is.
There's no such thing.
We can talk about it later and you can look it up, but yes, you can ride dragons.
Ride them into the ground when I kill them.
Maybe you can't because you killed the last one. Burn.
Is that not the funnest thing, though, is to kill dragons? It's like, for some reason, dragons are
It's the ultimate win.
It's the ultimate beast to fight.
It is. I mean, what's...
Even though there's other beasts who are way scarier, a basilisk is way scarier than a fucking dragon. Can turn you to stone with its looks.
The only thing I could think of would probably be the fucking Balrog, giant flaming demon with the whip.
Yeah, giant demons, dragons. Might as well be a dragon.
Might as well be a dragon.
Right? It has fire and wings.
I mean, it's got to be the... And from what you were saying, that's kind of what the dragon is. It's a symbol of what you're most terrified of.
Yeah. Or it's the symbol of pure evil almost. I mean...
Or what's just ruining your life.
Yeah.
I always thought it was funny, too, that they just don't finish taking everybody out.
I mean, they totally
Like,
could.
they don't give a shit. Like, they're busy that day.
Yeah, they're just like, fuck, I don't feel like fucking killing people today.
Fucking villagers, dude.
I mean, I could go for a sheep, but I'm kind of sleepy, and this gold is so comfortable.
Yeah. That's what I find comfortable. Pile of money. Coins, specifically.
Yeah. Have a chalice here or there.
It's like the Scrooge McDuck thing, man. How did he dive into coins? That doesn't happen. Can't do that.
He was denser.
It's unrealistic.
He was denser than the matter he was diving into. Mm. That's technically all it takes.
He did seem pretty hard in those
DuckTales
episodes.
Very thick duck.
It's a hard motherfucker. Scrooge McDuck.
Group of the streets. Hard motherfucker. 3 nephews. And what?
And a robot.
Oh, man. Dude, we could do the whole duck series. Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, Duckspin. I mean, it goes on
Tailspin?
and on. Tailspin, yeah. I say Duckspin.
Rescue Rangers?
I mean, I could do a whole episode on that shit alone.
I mean, you know who the Rescue Rangers are, right?
Chip and Dale.
Yeah, but do you know who they are?
They're all cheeses.
No, they're Magnum PI and Indiana Jones.
Really?
Think about what they were wearing.
Monterey? Isn't it what Monterey Jack was one of them?
Yeah,
He was
Monterey
literally
Jack.
named- yeah.
Good one.
He was the name of
But,
cheese.
Chip wearing the hat, vest, satchel.
Yeah.
What's Dale wearing? Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
The two best people ever.
It's fucking Indiana Jones, Magnum PI.
Huh.
Blew your mind just now.
All right. Well, we got plenty of time in here.
We've talked enough to just stop doing this.
I think we're pretty much done with Dragons, though. We've kind of ran through it all. You got
think
anything?
so.
You got anything extra you can think of?
Not really.
Well, let's do a quick discussion about what we're going to do next. Let's talk it out live.
I don't know if that's necessary.
I'm saying if we do it
What,
now,
leprechauns? You want to do leprechauns, bro? Trolls?
I think we should save leprechauns for March.
Wands?
I think
Wands? Magic?
magical tools.
Magical tool. You're a magical tool.
I know I am.
You want to see my magical tool?
Staffs, wands, scepters.
It just all sound like dicks.
Yeah, because they are. It's my magic tool.
Man.
Alakadabra.
Oh, man, when we do the wizard one, we gotta play the Sifl and Ollie wizard song. I'll show it to you.
Ooh, I mean, now that you just said wizard, my mind goes wizard, warlock, sorcerer. They're all different things.
Kinda, yeah.
They'll
Well,
have-
it's because you were the kid that wasn't picked for the D&D team.
I mean, I'm probably better off that I wasn't picked for the D&D team.
You're just you're the guy taking stats at the
played-
baseball game.
I played Magic the Gathering, and I got out at a good time. I'll just leave it at that.
I got a good time. I was real into Pokemon, but
Oh yeah, see, I missed the Pokemon craze, which I think
didn't-
Magic Gathering would have balled into Pokemon, and I'm so glad that I wasn't that
It's
Pokemon
a
high
good
school
call.
kid.
It's a really good call.
Quit Magic Gathering in middle school. Good choice, Brent.
I didn't like it.
Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, seemed dumb to me.
Yeah, it's like a battle card game.
I'm okay with battle card games.
Well, what other one? Yu-Gi-Oh? In that one?
No, I mean just the
Just-
concept of them.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with them. That's really what I'm trying to say.
All right, let's think of something magical. Serendipity.
Stop it.
No?
Yeah, maybe
Spells?
maybe this comes later. Ooh, maybe spells. Do you know about the Egyptian Book of Spells?
I know that about the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Do you know about the Book of Spells?
I'm assuming they're related. Cousins?
Yeah, it's obviously the more magical.
Do love spells work?
I think so.
Did you do one on Terry?
No, maybe we can't talk about it on air. But yeah, I do believe in them.
What?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, you can't do that. I mean, we're definitely
really.
talking about it on air now.
Maybe that'll be the spells episode.
So I think we should do spells then.
All right.
What do you say?
Incantations,
Yeah, incantations, spells,
enchantments.
chant.
Seems different.
That's a little different.
See, that's how I know how much of a nerd you
I
are.
would almost say potions.
Because you're like,
I almost said potions. I was
I
like,
don't
potions are
know.
way different, but enchantments are different than spells for
A
sure.
little bit.
Not a little bit. They're different.
You fucking nerd.
Yeah, fuck off, Dan. Anyways,
Anyway, thanks everybody.
thanks for listening, man.
Happy
Hey,
New Year.
Any new listeners we got because of Christmas, glad you got yourself a listening device, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah. And unless you prove me otherwise, we're going to just keep living forever.
Forever. I'm Brent.
I'm Dan.
Thanks for listening.